I don't like Dragon Ball Daima, and I hate this feeling because it feels like something I should like. It didn't start like that either, but as the show progressed, I felt immediate onset dread whenever a new episode released. Anxiety filled my chest at the prospect of making this video because I don't like making negative content. While it seems selfish, I like posting videos I view in a positive light. It lets me gush about things I like or want to share. I'm gonna be cautious of making this video so as not to treat hate like it's criticism. With that being said, however, why didn't I stop watching it if I dreaded it this much? Really, it boils down to my love for the series. On my channel, you can find my coverage of Dragon Ball Super's manga. I also watched Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z Kai before the Buu saga was adapted, and overall was just deep into fan culture. I still have yet to read original Dragon Ball or fully go through the Buu saga, and I don't say that as a means to prove that I'm a fan, but to say that Dragon Ball was, and honestly still plays, a big role in my life would be an understatement. At the very least, I wanted to finish the show even if I complained the entire way through, especially since it's one of the late Akira Toriyama's final work. So with that long intro aside, Dragon Ball Daima is a 5 out of 10 for me. This show has so much going for it. The animation is fantastic. It really holds its own, matching or even surpassing some of Dragon Ball Super's highlights. This is best exemplified during the fights. Almost all the fights had some level of spice to them, with the peak of its powers being genuinely phenomenal. New characters like Patsy and Glorio were fun too. They made the early episodes with Goku and Supreme Kai pretty fun at times. The show has a lot of potential, but that potential feels mishandled in my opinion. While the early exploration of the Demon World was fun, I found myself wishing the show wasn't Dragon Ball related. I was interested in the two new characters more than I was with the Z Fighters. If the tie was severed and the show was just the Akira Toriyama original work, it wouldn't have been as popular, sure, but I thought it would have been more interesting in my opinion. Or if it had to be Dragon Ball, just keep it at Supreme Kai, Glorio, Patsy, and Goku. The additions took away from Patsy and Glorio, delegating them to side roles. They never really transcend the role, or they stay stagnant once the story doesn't need them anymore. The show is an homage to original Dragon Ball and GT. The tour of the Demon Realm catches the same adventurous feeling that the other two shows portray, and added more depth to the Buu saga and Dragon Ball as a whole. For a series that has multiverse level exploration at the ready, exploring something that's been in their backyard for 30 years is refreshing. It's not deep exploration, but it's nice for the fans of the series. The Japanese voice acting is standard Dragon Ball stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm biased though for the English dub, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. The story was subpar at best. Of course, I'm not expecting much because it's short and simple show. It's nothing wrong with having a simple story either, because the adventure is the point, but I wish there was more substance here. Anyways, grumbling aside, I couldn't enjoy this show more than a 5 out of 10. A lot of this has to do with me being biased, so I'm trying not to be too hard on it, but there are things about the show I don't like that I can critically and fairly look at without spreading senseless hate. But to say that it should have never released would be widely irresponsible. What this show means for Dragon Ball cannot be understated. More content for the fans to enjoy is never a bad thing, especially the majority of the fans are enjoying it and aren't a Grinch like me. That, and during the climate before Daima, where Dragon Ball's future was uncertain after the movie and after Super. It means even more because Akira Toriyama's unfortunate passing. His vision being realized means a lot more to a lot of people. May God rest his soul. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching if you made it this far. Hope I wasn't too hard on the show, but if there are any takes you agree or disagree with, anything I left out or forgot, let me know down below. I'm always interested to hear you guys' opinions. Of course, I want to thank you all for the support as always, and until next time, I've been Infamous Isaac. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
Artists who can't take a joke versus artists who can sing. マジだぜスーパードラゴンソール